Hello, and welcome back to Alchemical Serenity, the pagan podcast that takes you on your own personal journey of transformation. If you're new here, then thank you for stopping by, and I hope you find some inspiration on your path. If you have been here before and you pop back in regularly to listen, thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. Say hello. It's lovely to hear from you, and I do try and reply to everybody as much as I can. And don't forget to look out for the community tab that's on YouTube. I also have been using Substack recently, so I will leave a link below to that where I can waffle even more. Although in saying that, I'm not putting too much on Substack because it just gets nicked for AI. And I think that let's not get started on AI, shall we? And AI and talking about witchcraft and druidry. Good Lord, the stuff I've seen. Absolute drivel. Through the whole of 2025, I'll be adding more in. I'm trying not to cover too much on the Wheel of the Year, just a little bit here and there because it's done, and it's all over my podcast anyway. This podcast is not religious based or dogmatic. There is no you must do this spell or you must do this ritual this way or it won't work. Everything works if you wish it to. Now here we walk with nature, and it's a deeper shamanic mysteries. If you are here because you're wanting witchcraft spells, you ain't going to find them. That's not me. That's not what I'm about. I'm actually about going a lot deeper into your own psyche and your own path and philosophy and seeing where things would take you on what you want out of this lifetime. I've actually recorded another one on it, just a small thing on Imulk, so I can't decide if this one's coming first or Imulk's coming first. It'll be a surprise when you see whichever one comes up. That's the joy of waffling away on podcasts. You never know which one you're going to put up next. But this one is just a little bit on the Chinese Year of the Snake. So as I'm actually recording this, it is the 29th of January for this one, and we have just gone into the next Chinese zodiac of the wood snake. The zodiac features 12-year cycle of animals, so each zodiac year also incorporates one of 5 elements, so it'd be wood, fire, earth, metal or water, and that in itself creating a 60-year cycle. So while the animal repeats every 12 years, the animal and the element together repeat only every 60 years. So for example, the last year of the snake was 1965. The snake is the 6th of the 12th cycles, and other year of the snakes were 2013, 2001, 1989, 1977, 1965, 1953 and 1941. And if you want to know what animal your year of birth is, you're listening to this thinking, well, hello, what am I then? Go and look it up online. That's my cop-out. Folklore states that Chinese mother goddess, who is said to have created humanity, has the body of a snake and the head of a human, and the Chinese dragon also has a snake body. And today, in some places in China, people still believe that a snake found in their courtyard can bring good luck. People born in the year of the snake are considered rational, calm, thoughtful, and loyal to the loved ones, and also associated with wisdom, intuition, and elegance. Is that you? Under the Chinese year of the snake, is that you? Let me know in the comments below. It'd be lovely to hear from you. Also, people are said, born under that sign, are said to be deep thinkers and possess a sharp intellect, and they trust their instincts and can make well thought out decisions. However, on the flip side, snakes can be secretive and keep their emotions hidden. They also have a temper that is easily triggered when provoked and can become possessive and jealous in their relationships, leading to manipulation to get what they want. But when you do gain their trust and loyalty, they are fiercely protective to those who are close to them. They can also adapt well to and will make the best out of any situation. They can handle challenges with ease, as the snake also symbolises transformation and rebirth. And this association with the element of wood further enhances the energy of growth and prosperity. Deities associated with the snake from the Neolithic to the Roman era, including Greek, Egyptian, Babylonian and Mexican. Sadly, and once again, Christianity had to bring along the myth of Satan, appearing in the Garden of Eden as a serpent, tempting Eve into partaking of fruit from the tree of knowledge. Now, this link between the devil, snake, woman and knowledge is just another sick example of the Catholic faith appropriating earlier myths to suit their own purposes, and it demoted both the snake and woman to be inferior. Thankfully, many of us have realised this, and we're moving away from all that negativity. Snakes meant trouble for the Vikings and Celts even before the intrusion of the Christian church. The Vikings told of the great snake coiled at the base of the universal tree, and if ever the serpent broke free, it would spell the end of the universe. And it was said that the serpent, Jormungandr, I could have pronounced that wrong, so I apologise to any of you who are out there that follow a Viking Norse path. The serpent bound the world order together, but at the end of days it will rise from the sea and cover all the lands of Midgard with seawater at Ragnarok. In Egypt, the snake or serpent was associated with protection, wisdom and rebirth, but also feared as a symbol of chaos, evil and death. And in Greece, it was also associated with transformation and renewal through the cycle of life, death and rebirth, represented by Ouroboros, which is the snake eating its own tail to create a circle. The Hopi people of North America performed an annual snake dance to celebrate the union of the snake youth, a sky spirit, and the snake girl, an underworld spirit, and to renew the fertility of nature. And during the dance, live snakes were handled, and at the end of the dance, the snakes were released into the fields to guarantee good crops. The snake dance is a prayer to the spirits of the clouds, the thunder and the lightning, that the rain may fall on the growing crops. And to the Hopi, snakes symbolise the umbilical cord joining all humans to Mother Earth. The great goddess often had snakes as her familiars and sometimes twining around her sacred staff, as in the ancient Crete, and they were worshipped as guardians of the mysteries of birth and regeneration. In Celtic symbolism, the snake is a symbol of creation, rebirth and fertility. The adder snake has long been associated with wisdom, reincarnation and cunning. And the Druids were known in Wales as Nad Reth, in which, in the fold of the bards, Taliesin said, "I am a wise man, I am a serpent." The Druids were believed to carry an amulet called, now here's something, Gloina Nather. Now, I've probably pronounced that wrong again, but it means serpent glass. And although they said that this was formed by snakes, it was probably really an adderstone or some blown glass. Now, we just don't know. It was all believed. In the Scottish Highlands, the adder symbolised the Celiac's power, so when you see a snake whilst on a shamanic journey, prepare to shed something in favour of something greater and better. That's what the snake, when it appears, maybe in a dream, you see a snake. It's not there to be frightening, it's there to symbolise that you are going to be shedding something in favour of something greater. The snake is a sacred animal of Brigid, which is very appropriate as we walk towards Imbolc. The snake holds a sacred place in the mythology surrounding her because of the transformation and healing beliefs surrounding it. The earth serpent symbolised the energy with the earth, and the snake represents the earth waking up as the year's potential begins to stir, and growth is always taking place under the ground where we can't see it. So many of us may not be able to even feel it right now. We're just looking out there in the dismal rain and nothing's happening, but it's all going on under the ground. Snakes were sacred to high-ranking members of Celtic society, and it said that St. Patrick banished them from Ireland and removed their influence that they had. All interpretations of the snake are correct. There isn't one that dominates over the other. The serpent represents the totality of the life cycle, both the good and the bad, as they cannot be one without the other. The snake is the essence of transformation in a way as it sheds its skin, which can be seen as a mini death, and then it moves on and it begins anew. When a snake appears, as I've said, it suggests a time of transition, of getting in touch with the universal creativity, and in the case it's Arwen. It is the guardian of the mysteries and the workings of the divine energy through one's life, and as an introduction to sacred knowledge. Now, as pagans, we can see the serpent or snake as a way of transforming, of growing, moving forward, and about death and rebirth. And the snake can appear in our dreams, and the first thing we often think of is fear, doom and gloom. But the snake is an archetype. It is only an archetype, or a reflection of our own psyche that has appeared to help us to understand that we may have some unresolved issues that need working on. Snakes can also be animal guides, again to help us with unresolved issues that we need to work with. And if we learn to trust the process of the snake appearing, knowing it's only a symbolism, then it will allow us to work forward. If you experience in real time a snake, or if it is in your dreams and you fear that what is happening, you are then blocking what the snake is trying to help you with. One thing I will say is to be careful online of these quizzes that I've seen to find out your spirit animal by answering some questions. What absolute rubbish. So be aware of these stupid things. If you want to find out what your spirit animal is, or maybe you're seeing a lot of a type of animal when you meditate, or perhaps if you're out on a walk and a rabbit runs past you at the strangest of times, then just meditate and ask your higher self, who has all the answers, to guide you. As I've already said, a snake may come to you to resolve a problem or to move you forward as a transition at a certain time in your life, and then you may never see them again. They're not necessarily your spirit animal. They are there as part of your psyche and as part of, as I said, the archetype, because we need to visually see and connect with something when we do shamanic work, rather than just be told. You could sit with a psychic medium who can log into your Akashic records and tell you to do X, Y, and Z, but you could write this all down in a note form and you get home and think, can't remember what she said now, or he said. The easiest thing to do is to do this work for yourself. Don't question what you see or feel during a meditation. Just let it flow and then thank the energy for joining with you. And if you'd like to know more about contacting your spirit animals, leave me a comment below and I will work on that to add to my meditation channel, so that I'll give you a guided meditation to meet your spirit animal and spirit guide, if that's what you wish to do. That's all I actually have to say today. I think I have waffled again enough, and I would like to say thank you for joining me. If you feel like celebrating the Chinese New Year and joining in with the celebrations, or if this is something you observe or you have no knowledge about it all whatsoever, then maybe today you've learned a little bit more. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also, as I've said before, leave me a comment. Tell me what's going on for you. Do you follow the Chinese zodiac? Do you follow astrological signs? What do you find that you're more connected to? Have you had an encounter with a snake on your journey? Have you had an encounter with a snake in meditation, and what did it bring about for you? Because that's always something that's really interesting to pass on for other people. So on that note, I wish you peace in your grove, and I will be back again in probably a few weeks' time, when we start looking as we move through the wheel of the year and the different things we can do as spring starts to appear. It might not be a few weeks, might only be a week. It all depends what I can fit in. But until then, I wish you peace in your grove, and bye for now.